Hello, and welcome to episode 20 of the MD Quilter Knits podcast. I'm Beth, also known as MD Quilter, and you can find me on Ravelry and Instagram as MD Quilter, and here on YouTube as MD Quilter Knits. Like I said, I'm Beth, and this is episode 20. I am coming to you from the Eastern Shore of Maryland. Today is February the 13th. It is Sunday, and it is a cold and rainy Sunday, but I have already been out and about, and I am home ready to knit for the rest of the day. But I thought I'd pop in and share a little bit about what I've been working on for the last month or so. I had intended to record a podcast 2 weeks ago, but everything just went a little crazy. So life got in the way and I didn't have a chance to record, but I am recording today and I have lots to show you. I have finished a few things. I have several things on the needles, and I have some upcoming projects that I wanted to share the yarn with you. So without further ado, let's get into the finished objects. Like I said, I have finished a couple of things. I've actually finished more than a couple, but some of the things have been mailed away and some can be shared. Well, one can be shared, one cannot. But let's start with what I do have here. So last month, January, I decided to start back up in the Desert Vista Dyeworks 8th annual sock challenge. And this year she opened it up so that you could do hats and mitts and socks. So I decided to do a Musselburgh hat. And this is, as I said, Desert Vista Dyeworks. It is the Viso base, which is 75% merino, superwash merino, 25% nylon. And this color is Veruca Zombody. So we have the zombie decomp stripes, and we also have a like a really pretty deep blood red and off-white and black. And I'm really happy with how this turned out. So the Musselburgh hat, if you're not familiar with it, you start with a pinhole cast on, and then you increase out to the stitch count for your size, and then you knit whatever length it says, and then you decrease and finish off like the crown of a hat. So you have this nice long hot dog like tube that's fully enclosed, and then you just push one end into the other as so, and kind of give it a little shake. Make sure everything's kind of where it's supposed to be. You have your hat. I'm not going to put it on because it doesn't look great on me right now because my bun is pretty full. But yeah, there is the Musselburgh hat. It is a pattern by Ysolda Teague. It is a paid for pattern. It's available both on Ysolda's website as well as Ravelry. And it is a very popular hat. So yeah, I will link the pattern down below. My other finish that I have right here with me is a sample that I've done for Chelsea Yarns. And just trying to get some of these ends down. It is not yet blocked. I will be blocking it very soon so that I can send it away. But this is the Brush Strokes Pullover by Tiff Neilan. And it's really cool. You have this lovely color work yoke section, and then kind of the plain section. And then at the hemline, you have this pretty lace, nice feather and fan lace section at the bottom. And then on the sleeves, you just work your normal decreases and then a little bit of color work, and then this nice long twisted rib sleeve. So yeah. The colorways that we use, well, we used, first off, it's Chelsea Luxe hand-dyed yarn. And we use the Luxe DK, which is 100% superwash merino, 225 yards to 100 grams. And the green color here, the solid tonal green, is Monstera. And then the speckled color is Chelsea's Coop. So that was a nice, fun knit. Like I said, all that I have left to do is block it, trim the ends, and send it back to Christina of Chelsea Yarns. I finally finished up those sleeves this past week. All right, so that is another finish. I also finished a sample for Tammy Gore. It is a new pattern that's going to be coming out hopefully in March. I'm putting it up for testing soon. But I cannot share any photos of that because it is a new pattern. And then I also did a sample for Diane of Suburban Stitcher. And it is a sample from Lesley Robinson's new book, Brioche Knitting for Beginners and Beyond. I'm going to talk about that a little bit more a little later. But I did a sample of the Shimmering wrap for Diane, and did it in the colors that Lesley did and everything. So I don't have a blocked photo of that, but I will put up an unblocked photo. And yeah, so that's what I finished in the last month or so. Not too shabby. And then I guess we'll get into what I'm working on, my works in progress. I'll start with the one that's in my lap. I participated yesterday in the Knit for Food Knit-a-thon, hosted by Laura Nelkin, or coordinated, that's the best word, coordinated by Laura Nelkin, and raised so far over $260,000 for food-related groups. And then there's 4 organizations that they work with and donate to equally. So all donations, which are open through until Monday morning. So by the time this goes up, they will be closed. But yeah, all of the donations will be split 4 ways between Meals on Wheels, World Central Kitchen, Feed America, and No Kid Hungry. So those 3 organizations will be benefiting from all the donations. And I also thank all of those that supported me in my campaign. I did knit for the full 12 hours yesterday. It was 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. And while I did take a few breaks here and there, I knit for most of that time, and I knit for quite a while after the event ended. So yeah, it was a great day. I did it last year as well and had a great time. So yeah, but my goal yesterday was to try and finish the my work in progress that I have, and I made really good progress on it. This is my Forsythia cardigan. This started as a test knit for Jamie Hoffman. It's gonna be difficult to show, but this is a gorgeous twisted rib, cabled, all over cabled sweater. It is a cardigan. Whoops, I don't want to lose any stitches. Yikes. It is a cardigan. I have finished the sleeves, the cuffs. What I had left to do was I had about half of this cuff to finish, which I did. And then I had to pick up this entire shawl collar. So I picked up the shawl collar. That took quite a bit of time in and of itself. And I have knit all of the short rows of the shawl collar. So it has built up here. It's all garter. And I think I have 18 rows left to knit. Just to give you a little bit of an idea, I think it's 375 stitches going around the shawl collar. But this is, so it goes all the way around here, all the way around back to here. So I have 18 rows to do. I think I will be able to finish it tonight. So My goal is to get it finished tonight. So I have another entry into the pigskin party, which ends tomorrow. Today is Super Bowl Sunday, and all entries have to be in tomorrow. So my goal is to finish this so that I get lots of points. And also this is a blitz because it's more than 1,000 yards. So, and this is, I was keeping it in my lovely bag here from JD Studios 480. This is the Pigskin Party 2021 exclusive bag with the football theme. And this was holding the sweater, but the sweater has outgrown this bag. So I'm using it as a yarn ball. And this is the yarn that I'm using. And it is Ritual Dyes Elder. There's Ritual Dyes. And then, there you go. It is the Elder base in the color Smoke. And the Elder base is 100% Rambouillet wool. It's a light worsted, 190 yards to 100 grams. And I have used a lot of yarn. This ball will, or skein will be going in because this is what I have left of the current skein. That is not going to do 18 rows. So I think this skein will finish off the sweater though. So I am super excited to have this almost finished. So, all right, let's put this off to the side. I apologize if you get a little bit of an earthquake. Apologize for any shaking. All right, next up, living in my Stitchin' Plaza bag. This is my supernatural themed Stitching Plaza bag with, you see Sam and Dean and Castiel. And it's almost overflowing it. This is my Tunisian crochet project. And I am getting really close to finishing the body, which is amazing. Let me get it to where you'll actually be able to see what's going on with it. All right, here we go. So we have what we have here, the very large armhole. So we've got one side here, this is the left side. And then this is the right side. I think I have 10, I think 10 more rows to do before I do the bottom band of it. So this is what we have right now. This pattern is called the Barrio Cardigan. It is by the designer AKLori. And this is what the yarn looks like. It's a beautiful, natural, super soft and squishy, natural wool and alpaca yarn. This is, the base is called Chadbourn. It is by Queen City Yarn. And the Chadbourn base is 80% domestic merino wool, 20% regionally sourced alpaca. And it is 320 yards to 100 grams. So it's a light DK weight, almost sport weight. And the colorway is Finish Line. And the Finish Line colorway is the natural undyed. So all of the off-white that you see there is the merino. And that dark brown, maybe black ply in there is the alpaca. This is a amazing base. They also dye it in, I think, 4 colors. My friend Debbie is actually knitting with it right now in the blue color, and it's absolutely gorgeous. I can't wait to see her finished sweater. But I'm really happy with this natural color as well. Even though I feel like I've been doing a lot of neutral colored knitting lately. It's okay. I have colors coming. I have colorful projects coming up. Oh, and the other thing that I have not shared with you guys is I have shared it on Instagram. I splurged on a new Tunisian crochet hook. Now, granted, this is my first Tunisian crochet project, but I am enjoying it so much that I splurged on a Dyeworks hook. This is hand carved flamingo colored wood, and I wish you guys had the ability to touch it. It is smooth as glass. It is wood, but there is no way that is snagging anything. It is so smooth and just so wonderful to the touch. And it's a swivel. See, it turns. The cord turns. It's interchangeable. So I can take it right off of this cord here. Ta-da. But it uses the same cord as their knitting needles. I do happen to have a full set of Dyeworks knitting needles as well. And I will have more of these to show you in a later segment. But I did want to show that because it is an amazing hook. I absolutely love it. And I highly recommend them to anyone, their knitting needles as well as their crochet hooks. And using this wooden crochet hook, I would buy a set of their wooden needles in a heartbeat. All right. Next work in progress, which is, I think, actually my last work in progress. Hang on a second. It's very thirsty. The last work in progress that I have to show you. I am using my Prairie Bag Works. There it is, Prairie Bag Works. Fun in the Sun, ladies, I'm going to call it. I think this was their splash pad party bag several years ago, but it's nice and big and it holds a big project. And this is a big project. I'm doing a test knit for Trysten Molina of Dragon Hoard Yarn. This is my favorite adventure sweater. And this is a fun way to use up Advent minis. So let me just get this into a spot where I can show it. Okay, here we go. All right. There we go. So this is a top-down sweater. And it is color work. It's all color work. And it uses a single main color. And then those Advent mini skeins. So I am on color number 11 right now. I have split off the sleeves. I'm using my knitting barber cords to hold my sleeve stitches, but I have split off the sleeves just a couple rows ago. And now I'm just working straight body and it's so wonderful. The colorways that I'm using, my main color is by Leading Men Fiber Arts. And it is, let me grab the ball band. I know what it is, but I want to show you the ball band. Okay. It is Leading Men Fiber Arts. And this is on their Soliloquy base, which is fingering weight, 100% superwash BFL, 657 yards to 150 grams. Colorway is Imperial. Look at that fun blue. Love it. All right. So we're using this fun blue. And then I am using mini skeins. These are the ones that I haven't used yet. Mini skeins from my 2020 Advent calendar from Rising Tide Fiber Company. This was her Christmas Confectionery, I think she called it. And the color that I'm working with right now is this one, and this is peppermint bark. Being blown out there. There we go. Not blowing out quite as much here. Really pretty pink with some pops of dark pink and a little bit of brown pops. There's one of the brown pops right there. All right, so I am having a lot of fun knitting on this. I think when I podcasted last, I showed you guys the swatch for it. And yeah, I'm just looking forward to finishing this up soon. I think her deadline, she has adjusted her deadline. I think the new deadline is 3rd week of March. So should be releasing sometime in March. But I don't have much farther to go because if you guys have been around for a while, you'll know for my pullover sweaters lately, I prefer the length to be cropped. So it's not going to be very long before I'm done the body, and then I just have to do the sleeves and we'll be done. So, all right. So that does it for works in progress. Hoping to have lots of FOs for you next time around. I do have some upcoming projects, needle adjacent upcoming projects that I want to show you. I have not started my Desert Vista Dyeworks socks for the month of February. I am using my fun, sparkly, glittery pink bag from Black Pearl Magic. I picked this up at Indie Untangled this year. I'm so excited to finally be able to use it. Now that Pigskin Party is just about over, I can use non-sponsor products. So look at that really pretty zipper. Excuse me, hold on a second. Sorry about that. I had a tickle in my throat. All right. So nice sparkly bag with an iridescent zipper. And I am using my Desert Vista Dyeworks Viso in the Rocky Horror colorway. And I'm sure you're saying, Rocky Horror, shouldn't you be doing that in October? Probably so, but look at these pretty pinks and reds in this colorway. I think it screams Valentine's Day. And for good measure, we've got Rocky's trunks for the contrast mini. So I will be doing my heel for sure in this. I haven't decided what I'm going to do with toes and cuffs, but I think I'm definitely going to do socks this month though, because I am halfway through the month and I have not started yet. So I have to do some quick socks. So these are going to get cast on very soon. And get those knit right up. Another thing that I will be starting is my February, my second sweater from Stash Yarn. Remember, I put together the my little grid of stash yarns that I want to use, my sweater quantity stash yarns that I want to use this year. And I am going to be knitting my Lavender Loon Sabino Sport, which is 80% Targhee, 20% Cormo in the flannel colorway. And I have enough of this to do the DRK everyday sweater. That is the sweater that my friend Debbie is knitting out of her blue Chadbourn. And I think we're going to be knitting it sort of together. She has started hers. She will probably have hers finished before I get mine started because she is a sweater knitting queen. You think I knit sweaters fast? Oh my God, Debbie knits sweaters like the wind. So, but it'll be fun because we'll both have them done and we'll be able to wear them. So that is the flannel color. It's blowing out a little bit. It's definitely, that's better representation. It's that really pretty orangey rusty color. So that's going to be cast on very soon because it needs to be cast on in February. And I really want to finish the my Chadbourn Barrio Cardigan this month, because I really don't want to get more than a month behind in working on those stash sweaters. And I also am going to be doing a test knit for Tanis Gray. It is a colorwork sweater. I can't show you anything other than the yarn that I'm going to be using. I am using Dyeworks Natura Cyrano. I actually have a sweater quantity of the background yarn that I'm using. I had to buy some more of it, but I bought it for a Wave of Change jacket, and I haven't used it, or I haven't knit that up. So I'm actually going to be using up a stash sweater quantity, not one that I had chosen to use this year, but it is a stash sweater quantity for this test knit. And then I had to buy a few more skeins, but it was better than having to buy all of it. So this is the background color. This is, oh, what color do they call, what is this colorway? This is Poivre et Sel. This is a French company. If I mess up on the pronunciations, I apologize profusely. But so this is the background. And then it has 4 contrast colors. So I'll go from darkest to lightest. So the darkest is Fusian, which is this really pretty charcoal gray, really deep charcoal, like granite color. And then we have Merlot, which is a like purpley wine color. And then we have Bois de Rosé, which is this rosy pink. And then we have Quartz, which is the lightest pink. So these are going to be my colorwork colors. Let's see if I can get my background in here as well. See if I can show this to you without it going tumbling. I think I can. Here we go. So this is my palette for the sweater. This is the background here. And then these are my colorwork colors. So this is going to be such a cozy sweater. It's a beautiful Aran weight. Has a wonderful feel to it. The fiber composition, it's 100% wool. It is non-superwash wool. And like I said, it's a French company. And this is the yarn that I did my, was it the Glenmore sweater? I think it was Glenmore, by Ysolda. And I loved it. So yeah, so that will be going on the needles very soon. And it should be a pretty quick knit because, like I said, it is Aran weight. So that'll be a nice quick knit. All right, so my last needle adjacent project I want to talk about is the this is the sweater quantity, the stash sweater quantity that I'm deciding to use for March. So this is my Leading Men Fiber Arts. It is Soliloquy. This color is the Haunted Wood. This color is called Oink Oink. And I'm going to use them together in a brioche project from Lesley Robinson's Brioche Knitting for Beginners and Beyond. I will be knitting this sweater, the Mist sweater. See if I can hold this all up together and cover up the pattern while I'm doing it. There we go. You know, this is easier said than done. Okay, there we go. So that is the Mist sweater. At first glance, it looks like a one color brioche project, but it's really not. It is 2 color. So I will be using my Soliloquy here and knitting that up. I'm very excited about it. Lesley is doing a knit along for this book. The knit along began this week and it runs through, I want to say March. I can't remember exactly when it ends, but all you have to do is knit along. You don't have to finish. And she's got some great prizes picked out. But the beauty of this book is that it has hats, it has cowls, it has shawls, it has wraps, and it has sweaters. And my name is on the acknowledgement page because I test knit this one, the Glitz and Glamour sweater. And so I helped her out with that. So yeah, it was so much fun test knitting that sweater for Lesley, and just getting to know her a little bit better through this. And I love test knitting for Lesley. And this is an amazing book. I definitely recommend picking it up. If you don't want to pick up a paper copy of it, Amazon has it as a Kindle version as well. So yeah, so I look forward to knitting my third pattern from this book using these super fun colors and getting rid of another stash quantity. So that's going to be, this is my plan for March. All righty, so that is everything that I've got coming up to go on the needles, what I'm working on, and what I finished. I have a little bit in the way of stash acquisitions. Really, it's really just one thing. Well, two. All right, so I decided at the end of the year to join Fangirl Fiber's Golden Girls themed Valentine's Day Advent. So since it's the 13th, I have all 13 days of the minis together. There is a full skein, you can see it right there. That gets opened up tomorrow, the 14th, but here are all 13 days. Aren't they pretty? Day 1 to day 13. And they're all in order. And they all have quotes from the show. So I'm not going to go through all of the quotes right now, but they're super fun. And this was super fun to open and see all of these colors go together. And I look forward to figuring out something to make with all these colors. I think I know what I might be able to do, but I'm not 100% sure yet. So yeah, so there's that. And it wasn't just the yarn that came in the package. There were also some swag. So in here are, since it was Fangirl Fibers, they do amazing stitch markers. Of course, there was a set of Golden Girls stitch markers. This is all 4 of the ladies, and then picture it, Sicily, 1922. But you have Dorothy, Blanche, Rose, and Sophia. And I ordered this before Betty White passed away. So this was already in the works before then. So that's a nice addition. And then she also sent a candle, Golden Girls. And this candle is Ocean Breeze scented candle. And look at the cool ocean and beach. There's a wick here. That's the wick. But the seashells and the beach and the ocean. And it smells amazing. So I'm looking forward to burning that. And I think there was some candy in there that has been consumed. But yeah, there was a lollipop that was really good. That's gone. But then there's this stainless steel tumbler that says the Golden Girls. And thank you for being a friend underneath here. And then it has all kinds of little quotes from the show. There's Back in St. Olaf. And then there's Live Like Rose, Think Like Dorothy, Love Like Blanche, Speak Like Sophia. And just lots of little quotes, and then the picture of them. So cute. And then that was everything from that box. But also from Fangirl Fibers, I joined her Disney themed stitch marker club for this year. And the first theme was the Lion King. So these are the stitch markers from there. So you've got Simba, Nala, and Pumbaa, and Rafiki. They're all here. You have Hakuna Matata. And then you have grubs. Look at the grubs. I'm just so taken aback by the grubs. So yeah, so lots of fun there. Looking forward to seeing what February's is. This was January, so I'm looking forward to seeing what February's is. And that's it that I have in here. The other fun new acquisition, if you don't follow me on Instagram, you have no idea that I did this. I got a Fiber Artist Supply electric skein winder. Oh my God, what a game changer. I am in love with winding yarn now. I even made my husband watch me wind a skein of yarn yesterday, just so that he could see how much fun I have with it. Right now it gets set up temporarily on the dining room table when I need to wind yarn, and then I move it off to the side when I don't need to wind yarn. Amazing ball winder though. So yeah, so that was a lot of fun. I'll pop in a video. I did take a little video of me winding my very first skein of yarn. And yeah, so that was super fun. Oh, I was going to show you my other two Diacraft hooks that I got. If I had brains today, I'd be dangerous. So they also do anodized aluminum, which is what my knitting needle set is of theirs. But I got one of their silver color aluminum hooks, and I got a purple anodized aluminum hook. Super smooth, wonderful. I mean, look identical to the wood one. Yeah, just amazing. Beautiful, beautiful hooks. So yeah, so these are going to be for future projects. There's another sweater that I want to do that uses one of these sizes. So that was a good thing. All right. So I think that's everything. What do I have coming up soon? I don't think I have anything really coming up. We did Knit for Food yesterday. And I'm just going to be knitting a whole lot. The first weekend of April, I have my guild knitting retreat. That's going to be amazingly fun. We have Little Fox Yarn coming to be our vendor, and Tanis Gray is going to be teaching. She's going to be teaching us double knitting and steeking. Looking forward to that. I was talking to her the other day. We were both saying, oh my God, I can't wait for this retreat. Just need to get away. So that's what we'll be doing. We'll be getting away to the retreat. And yeah, after that, there's Maryland Sheep and Wool. Then there's the in May, and then there's Zombie Knit Apocalypse in June. And then I have nothing for a few months. And then there's Rhinebeck in October. So much fun. I am so happy to be able to be getting back to these festivals again. It's been a long 2 years. We have not had Maryland Sheep and Wool for 2 years. So this is super exciting. Most of the other festivals only missed 1 year. This one missed 2 years. So that's going to be great. And that is right after my birthday. So I get to even have more fun with it. So yeah, looking forward to just sitting on that Saturday, sitting there knitting and going to vendors periodically, having some ribbon cut fries or some artichoke French, whatever mood strikes me. And yeah, just enjoying the time. So I hope you guys are having a great time also. Let me know what you think and come back again soon to see what MD Quilter knits next. Bye.